Have you ever learned English from light? Not from rules or drills, but from moments where the world slows down and the only thing you understand is beauty? One of the best ways to learn English is through stories. Because stories don't just teach you grammar. They let you feel the language. If you're looking for that kind of English, the kind that glows in silence, leave a comment and subscribe to SpeakEase. It was late, but the sky refused to sleep. Layla stood at the edge of the canal in St. Petersburg, her hands deep in her coat pockets. It was almost midnight, but the sky still held a soft, pale blue. Not bright like day, not dark like night, just quiet. Glowing. Endless. White nights, they called them. Nights when the sun dipped low but never truly disappeared. When the city stayed half awake, half dreaming. She didn't come out for the crowds or the music. She wasn't interested in the famous palaces tonight. She came for the water. Or more precisely, for the way the light played on it. She walked slowly along the granite embankment. The river moved like silk, smooth, reflective, patient. Street lamps cast long orange lines across the surface. Bridge lights shimmered like threads of gold. A passing boat left ripples, breaking the reflections for just a moment before they returned, even softer. She didn't take photos. She didn't need to. All she wanted was to follow the light. To walk beside it. To understand something without using words. Around her, the city spoke in low tones, heels clicking on stone, a bicycle bell, laughter from a group nearby. But nothing was loud. Even the wind whispered. A couple stood under a bridge, taking a selfie. A boy dropped a coin into the river and made a wish. A street musician played something slow, something old. Layla kept walking. Each time she turned a corner, new reflections greeted her. A lamplight became a streak of fire. A church dome flickered in the water like a candle. She didn't check the time. There was no rush. Somewhere deep inside her, something was quieting down. Thoughts that used to move fast were slowing. Worries that used to shout were now silent. There was only movement, light, water. And English. Not spoken, not written. Just felt. She thought of a phrase she had once read, soft light on moving water. Simple words. But now they meant something. She could feel their weight. She stopped at a small stone bench and sat down. Across the river, a building's windows reflected the entire sky. It looked like the city had built its own version of heaven, just for one night. She pulled her scarf tighter and breathed in the soft summer air. It smelled faintly of trees, old stone, and river mist. And then, a single sentence rose in her mind, not forced, not practiced. This is why I love quiet cities. It was English. Natural. Honest. Real. She smiled to herself. Sometimes, the best language lessons happen far from classrooms. When she finally stood up, the sky had only shifted slightly. A little lighter, a little warmer. She walked back toward her apartment with the same calm steps, carrying reflections in her memory instead of her camera. Later that week, someone asked her, "Did you do anything exciting during the white nights?" She answered, "I just watched the lights move on the water." It was enough. In today's story, you learned poetic English phrases like "the sky refused to sleep," "soft light on moving water," and "thoughts slowing down." You also practiced verbs of motion, visual imagery, and emotional expression, all essential for fluency that feels natural. At SpeakEase, we help you find the rhythm of real English. We post daily stories that speak softly and clearly, just like language should. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us what's the most peaceful moment you've ever experienced in a city. See you in the next video.